Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you all, esteemed viewers across the globe. Everywhere you are, you're watching Flip TV. Anywhere you are, you're watching bystanders at newsstands. I'm saying good morning to you all this morning at the newsstand. Bystanders at newsstands, your number one online newspaper review program. It's all about street journalism. It's all about newspaper review. It's all about the present situation in the country. It's all about dishing it out the way it should be. It's all about the reviewers reviewing what we know it's affecting the nation. It's bystanders at newsstands again. All right, let me start by greeting the viewers across the globe. We have here at the comment section, Frank Ibe. Good morning to you. Frank Ibe, good morning to you. Frank Ibe is saying good morning, everyone. And we are also saying good morning to you. We have Gladys Oyabo saying good morning to everyone. And from Flip TV and the entire crew, we say good morning to you, Gladys. Urobo Boy, good morning to you as well. He's saying good morning to all of us. Amechi Nwachuku, good morning to you as well. He's saying good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning, Raf, Niyi, Ubong, Lucky, Okokondem, Charles, Matthew, and many others. Fumidara, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love you all. We have Amechi Nwachuku saying, Mr. Kunle, and don't forget you. Kunle, a controversial person on the platform. He will soon be here. And I'm saying good morning to you, Amechi Nwachuku. We have King Cross saying good morning, my people. And we also say good morning to you as well. Wow. Morning to you, madam. How are you doing? I remember back then in 2018, right? Or 19. You spoke here. That's the other spot there. I still remember the video. Good morning to you. And you're welcome back. All right. We are live. Still Flip TV's Bystanders at Newsstand, your number one newspaper review program. Ibe John Oyema, good morning to you all. And we are saying good morning to you. Please just drop your location so that we can acknowledge it as well. Let's know where you are chatting us from, where you are greeting us from. It's Bystanders at Newsstand. And I really appreciate the videographer behind the camera. Thank you so much for making me proud this morning. The morale is back, and I'm happy with this. The audio is back, and I'm very, very happy with this. Thank you so much, David Daniels. Respect to you. Thank you, my brother. He really did a very good job overnight. We've been having serious issues with the gadgets. It's a new gadgets. It costs a whole lot of money, but we've not been able to do it until David, came on board to rectify it. He's a new staff of Flip TV. David, thank you so much. I appreciate you once more. And I believe the viewers are also saying thank you to you, David. David Daniels, my very good man here. Yeah, Paul Chukwani, good morning to everyone. And we are saying good morning to you. Abu Africa Mosanya, good morning. Abu Africa saying, okay, he's chatting us from London. He's greeting us from London. And we are greeting you from Nigeria, and we are saying good morning to you. I just want to use this platform to keep saying good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you, wherever you are. Wherever you're watching us from, this is Flip TV Live, Bystanders at Newsstands, your number one newspaper review program with Michael at Dekunle, who happens to be the anchor. Olori Collins, good morning to you, all watching from Malaysia. Wow, that's great. Watching us from Malaysia presently, Olori Collins. And at the newsstand, we are saying good morning to you. Of course, we have diverse people on the platform greeting us from different countries. MC Grammar is just here looking at me. I love the flow. I love it. I don't like situation whereby we have, issues when it comes to... Oh, Raphael. Hi, good morning. Hi, how are you? People have been greeting you here. Amadi Ike, good morning, my brother. I live in Paris. Wow. He's greeting us.
Yeah,
Amadi
Ike. How you doing?
How you doing?
Hope you are watching always.
Do you love the audio today?
Be a good viewer and
you love the audio?
The sound is so marvelous.
Thanks to
See,
David.
let me tell you.
Thanks to
Thanks to David. Okay, David.
A very brilliant guy.
Okay, David.
We can't spend money on this
Good
expensive.
work done. I'm giving you thumb up.
Thumbs up.
Work done.
Thumbs up. All right.
Thumbs up for good work done.
Wow, Kingsley Smith is saying the difference is clear now. Well done, engineer. David, can you just come? Can you just come here?
Come closer.
Come closer. Let them see you. No, come closer. Come closer. David, how you doing? Oh, yeah, say good morning to you. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
No, you're not speaking. Say good morning to everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, to the CEO, Biodun Kukolu, I really appreciate you. Good morning, my boss. Thank you so much. All right. The difference is clear. The difference is clear.
Thank you for being a constant viewer of our program.
All right, Rafa, can you help me hold this? Let me quickly review what we have on the front pages of this journal. Bystanders at newsstands on Flip TV. Back again on Flip TV and at the newsstand. Specifically, Ogba newsstand. What do we have today on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper? Very, very crucial one here. The major headline, it reads, as Ecowas leaders meet today over Niger. As Ecowas leaders meet today over Niger. Southern Middle Belt leaders, Catholic bishops, Islamic clerics, NG warn against military action. Wow, very, very serious one here. On the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, we move down to the follow-up story. Sanusi meets Coup leaders, visits Asor Villa after Niamey return. Sanusi meets Coup leaders, visit Asor Villa. On to the next one we have on the top of the paper. Government's policy choices responsible for divestment capital flights, says NECA, that's NECA. Down the paper we have Presidential Committee on Tax Policy says. What are they saying? Okay, Customs 62 MDAs may stop revenue collection. FIRS more suited for role. Tinubu meets El-Rufai Wike. Tinubu meets El-Rufai Wike. That's over the ministerial appointment saga. On to the next one, we have nominations open for 2023 Obafemi Awolowo Leadership Prize. Obafemi Awolowo Leadership Prize nomination are very, very open for whoever wants to participate. To the next one, we have the Vanguard newspaper. Very, very interesting one on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Niger Coup. Sanusi meets junta leaders, briefs Tinubu. Sanusi meets junta leaders, briefs the president, Ashwadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Down to the follow-up stories. Don't adopt military means to force illegal government out of power. That's the warning to the president, Ashwadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu, on the front page of this paper, the Vanguard newspaper. You know it. All right. On to the next one, says military intervention and aberration. Urges Tinubu governors to fulfill promises on economic interventions. Down the paper, we have resident doctors suspend nationwide protests. Resident doctors suspend nationwide protests. Edo Exco condemns Shuaibu over impeachment saga. We'll go beyond this on the front pages of these papers. We have our reviewers set to express their views on today's edition of Bystanders at Newsstand. We have MC Grammar right here at the Newsstand. MC Grammar, good morning to you.
All right, good morning, my viewers. Good morning, everybody. I want to use this opportunity to say good morning to everybody. My name is MC Grammar. I need an introduction. Anyway, just like my brother said this morning, I really want to give a kudos to my brother. David, for a good well done. You know, sometimes when you do a very good job, people should praise you. When you do a bad job, people should always say something bad about it, just like Tinubu is doing bad, and we are all complaining. So that's how we are praising this man, because he did something very good. So we have to applaud him. We have to praise him. So that's the truth. Thank you, my brother. And to my viewers at home, I just wanted to use the opportunity to say good morning to everybody. I know all of you might be saying, why is this man dressed like this? Don't forget, this is Nigeria, where anything can happen. So thank you very much. My brother, go ahead.
All right, before we continue review what we have on the front pages of this journal, of course, it's part of what I will be saying today. Yeah. We have Metin Wachuko saying that Mr. Michael, remember that clerk of the house is sending token of prayers to people now. I don't know if you watched what happened yesterday at the Senate. Yeah, Senator Godswill Akpabio said he was sending some money to the accounts of his members. Okay. And at the end of the day, he withdrew the statement, knowing fully well that he was live. It was on national TV.
Yeah.
He later withdrew the statement and said he was sending, prayers to their, to their emails, to their boxes.
Yes.
Now, looking at that statement, don't you think it's ridiculous? And for a nation that is passing through this kind of hardship,
Have you forgotten?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A nation that is passing through this kind of hardship at this point in time, I don't think these people have that feelings we expect them to have. No, they need to have human feelings. The tokens the Senate president was talking about yesterday should be above 1 million, should be above 20 million, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Now, should we continue to experience or to witness this in the house or in the country?
Okay, have you forgotten that Nigeria is a comedy country? You see, these are the things I tell people. When you talk about Nigeria, the first thing that will come into your mind is that Nigeria is a place whereby both the ministers, everybody, both the serving governors, everybody, the president, they love to do comedy. And that's the truth. And when you look at everything that revolves around the presidency, to the governorship, to even the local government chairman, everything is always on comic, is always comedy. What are we talking about? The ex-president did so. Buhari, during his time, it was comedy all throughout. Now, Tinubu has come in with another comedy. And now what is happening is just comedy. Nigeria revolves around comedy every time. As in, you can just wake up today. You know, one thing I understand about Nigeria, even as a serving minister, as a serving governor, you can just wake up today and say, what is going to eat? What is eating my brain today? Let me discharge something off. And you just, because Nigeria is a lawless country. So law is not to be respected in Nigeria. Nobody respects law. It's a lawless country. So you can decide to come up with something. You understand? That's the truth. I know. I want to tell you something that happened one day. This is just, I was passing. It was very funny. I was passing. I saw police go to one way. And I blocked. I stood. And the police were coming. I stood, by the way. And the next thing, the police had to stop. They came down. Came with their gun and they said, I said, okay, you don't have any right to be passing here. If I am passing here, you will criticize me and ask me to go back. So okay, you two have to go back unless you are ready to kill somebody. I wanted to make a point that day. That day was a day I told myself I need to make a point. And those guys came down. They said, those one were there. I said, if you flog anything, Allah, your uniform will be out of your neck. Don't think I just stood ordinarily here. You are just another policeman. Me, I'm connected to military men. But you have to turn back. That language that they heard, that was my savior. The language, I'm connected to military men. I told them that if you, police, can ask us to go back, then I can ask you to go back too. When I said, no, police were murmuring this thing. Then I took on my call. All those are fake listen. I said, I didn't want kind of stupid fake call. And I said, yes, sir, I've heard this, sir. Then the police turned back. They turned back. They didn't pass there. And they told me that they would deal with me. Line. See, let me tell you the truth. In this country, what happened that day was, I know I took a risk, but I wanted to make a point that you cannot continue. If it's an ordinary person, you understand? But that does not mean, my brother, you should go and do that too, because you find yourself in danger. So what I'm trying to say is that, you see, this country is a comedy country. It's a country you could just wake up with one kind of comedy and display it. And you see Wike displaying that this is just a comedy country. And I tell people that whatever you see, and do you know that Nigeria, they don't even have respect for themselves. They don't. Okay, let me tell you why. Tinubu sounds old. Let me get this old age. Let's assume what they say, 70 something. If Tinubu is a wise man, you are 70 something, a father, a grandfather, then you're supposed to cater for the needs of your children. You're supposed to shit and rule Nigeria like you're ruling your children. You're supposed to take care like your children, but he's not doing it. He's doing like a baby. So what does he explain to you? Just a man of 70 something years, do like a baby. So that's to tell that Nigeria, whether you are at the governor level, whether at the presidency aspect, or wherever you find yourself, they will always behave like that's true blooded Nigeria, because everything about Nigeria revolves around comedy.
Now, grammar. There have been warnings across the Federation. Of course, today, Thursday, the AU, United Nations, as African Union, United Nations, Ecowas, and other unions will be meeting Asuro, that's in Nigeria here, at Asuro, sorry. And warnings have been coming to the president that he shouldn't use military action to solve the crisis in Nigeria. You are a Nigerian, and I know you have your own opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. How would you react to this, and what advice would you give to the president?
See, this thing is very simple. I don't know why we keep giving ourselves headache on another man's problem. See, Nigerians are not even supposed to interfere in the first place. We have our problem eating us here. We have not solved it. Look at this. Okay, look at your president. So tomorrow we account that I spent trillions on war. That's what I got to hear tomorrow. I spent trillions on war. And whereas we're having our problem, we have not solved it. You understand? Now, coming to the war, I'm in support of Niger. I swear to God, I'm in support. You know why? It's either you kick France away. It's either you kick France away. These French people are so wicked. Britain, they are wicked. It's either you kick them away from Africa. These are the people that reduce Africa to what we are today. Let me tell you, look at all the old Francophone countries. I've gone to so many Francophone countries. I'm telling you, and yes, I've got, and now they only have one central bank in Senegal. Yeah, CBN in Senegal, controlling the whole Francophone countries in Africa. You cannot go to Togo and see their CBN. You cannot go to Mali and see their CBN. You only go to Senegal to see CBN controlling. Ever since the French have been colonial, all these Africans, they have never gained anything.
It's still like indirect slavery.
You see, these countries have never gained any. Look, as I'm talking to you now, I speak français. Moi, je comprends français. Je comprends bien, non? Moi, je comprends français. But, yeah, oui. So, French people are so wicked. And that's why Nigerian people felt we need to push these people out. And let me tell you, yes, and let me tell you, I just wish such will happen in Nigeria again. Let's kick Britain out of this country. Because Britain is a part of the problem we're facing in this country. But I know it cannot happen because we don't have the hearts. Our soldiers are chicken-hearted people.
Don't say
yeah,
that.
No, chicken-hearted. I will tell you why. I will tell you why.
Okay,
we don't have real soldiers in Nigeria. The real soldiers are dead during Biafra war. I keep saying it every day. The real soldiers of Nigeria, they are all dead during Biafra war. The soldiers now are not soldiers. This one, let me tell you, Yahoo soldiers is what we have now. Yahoo soldiers, let me tell you, Yahoo soldiers that deals with, let me give you my account number, you transfer money to me. Those are the kind of soldiers we have. Indomie soldiers, those are the kind of soldiers we have. I'm talking about real soldiers. I remember once upon a time in Nigeria, a soldier man don't need to carry gun. Don't need to carry gun. Only hand can beat 4 or 5 people. A soldier man. You see on this country, even police, that one police was wearing short knicker. When they were not using gun, ordinary condo. Can you stand such policeman that has height, that has body, and everybody? Can you, 4 of you, stand him? That's what I'm saying. All this one we have about police and soldiers, these are Indomie soldiers and police. The real soldiers, police, they are dead. They are gone. All this is just management. So what am I trying to say? See, sometimes Nigerians will always, you know why people sometimes dislike when I talk? Because I hit the points. They don't like to hear the points. Let me tell you, if we talk, we go die. If we not talk, we go die. Let us all talk and die. So what are we saying? So whether you make a statement, you are going to die. Whether I don't make the statement, you are going to die. So let us all talk and die. What is the problem? That is why a lot of people, listen to me.
Let it talk, make sense.
Listen to me. That is why a lot of people, you understand? I used to tell people, you see, the problem with Nigerians, they don't respect somebody's view. Your view is quite different. One of the things I don't do is, when you're saying something, I don't interfere in your view. You know why? It's your personal view. You understand? But this is my own personal view. Because my personal view is that the real soldiers, they're not there anymore. And these soldiers that we have, are not, do you know what one thing is still keeping Nigeria in bondage to today? Because of the fear of soldiers those days. So one will still see soldiers. Do you know one-on-one I can beat a soldier man? No. One-on-one, no gun, nothing. I will deal with a soldier man. As in boxing, I will deal with him. No, I'm just telling you. You know what I'm telling you? Listen, I'm an ex-boxer that I am. I will beat a soldier man. No gun, nothing. You understand? That's why I'm saying this, because that's the problem with Nigeria. But the only thing,
a presenter?
They're not a presenter. I'm talking about a soldier man. I'm not talking about a presenter. I'm talking about, you know why? Because these are the people that are guiding this country. You understand it? But what I'm trying to say is that, okay, Haven't you? Doesn't look disgusting to you that you watch Facebook and you see a soldier man coming to say they did not pay us? Oh man, it's so shameful. I don't know why this thing doesn't shame you people. They did not pay us. We went to war and all those things. They did not pay us. You see, the problem is when you tell Nigerians the truth, they don't like the truth. But I will continue to tell them the truth, and I'll continue to speak the truth at all times. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, MC Grandma. I really appreciate you for coming on board. All right, still talking to you right here from the newsstand, Michael Adekunle on Flip TV. We have Honorable Raphael. Yeah, Raphael.
Yeah, man. Good morning, viewers. My name is Raf Tresvant, and I'm sending my message of goodwill, appreciation to you, viewers. You've dedicated most of your time watching Flip TV. I'm thanking you guys in America, in Europe, in Asia, Africa, and Australia. Keep on watching.
The day we are expecting, what we've been expecting is today. Now. And the African Union, United Nations, Ecowas,
to meet with Niger.
Other bodies. We'll be meeting with the president of Nigeria to resolve the crisis in Niger. Military intervention has been condemned. The president has been told not to apply military intervention. And we have Nigerians making noise everywhere that we don't want war. Don't go into war with Niger. We have crisis here. Serious internal problems here.
I've never seen where a brother went, into war with his brother. Niger is carved out from River Niger, that flow from Timbuktu, Senegambia down to this place and empty into Atlantic Ocean. That's the source of River Niger, where it originated from. See, Niger itself is the same Niger. They share big portion of River Niger. Nigeria share big portion of River Niger. So we are all blacks. We are all brothers. Ecowas country are one. Only that religion is what is rubbishing this part of the African region. See, let me tell you, I saw Sanusi. I saw the other emir. They all went to the Niger. Do you understand? To make peace. I was laughing. Do you know the reason why I was laughing? And all my Hausa brothers that's applying the Chonola road to Kera there, they were mounting on the Okada. When I saw Sanusi on the front page of newspaper over there, at the paper stand over there, I called those Hausa brothers. They came. They were interested. I said, this man is your leader. I said, yes. And he's putting on masquerade. He said, yes. I said, you guys are finished.
Masquerade?
Yes, that dress. It's a masquerade. If you put it in Igbo land, they will call it masquerade. You can't put on masquerade. I say, come, sir. Say yes. What has this man done to you? He says their leader, maybe now they consult God. Nehemiah, they talk to Allah. Allah and Muhammad will bless you. He say yes. I say, you are finished. Send my message across to Sanusi and his co. And all the emirs and Sadwana in the north to concentrate on building developmental infrastructure. One is school. They should increase the number of tertiary institutions in the north. And what? Corner all of you, convince you to go to school. Go and read. See, let me tell you, war with Niger, I don't support bloodletting. But I want to tell you that it's the same religion that spoiled Niger. Their politicians, Buhari himself, Buhari has absconded from Nigeria into Niger. Buhari left Daura, his home. And when we are telling Nigerians that man is from Niger, they are doubting us. That's one. An atom of truth can never enter their ear and stay. When it enters here, it goes to the other side, the other ear. From the other ear, it will go. See, I mean the whole Nigerians. That's why I support what MC talked. That you said, MC said, he can never tell Nigerians the truth. Buhari said that, the fact, Tinubu said, the number one sense, the most amusing joke of the century. It won an award in 2021. Do you know the joke? The joke was that Tinubu, Buhari was cloned. Buhari wasn't the real Buhari. I saw it on the front page of newspaper. Mike, I read, I remember. I read, I remembered. The joke of the century won an award that Tinubu is not, that Buhari is not a Nigerian, that he was cloned. Today, what happened? An iota of truth has proven that Tinubu, that Buhari is not a Buhari we know. Where is he staying? Niger. Why is he staying in Niger? Does he mess and run away as chicken, fowl, hen, roosters always do? Because anytime the chicks, all those birds, if they mess, oh, he will run. Why is he running into Niger? From Niger, he ran to UK. Because this current coup, that place wouldn't have contained Buhari. Something would have happened to him. He's now in UK.
And he's not even saying anything.
He's not saying anything.
I expected the president,
to talk.
Former president,
to talk.
To have spoken about
the
crisis.
There is injustice going everywhere in West Africa. Subversion of justice across the Western African countries. Are you listening to me? Coup in Mali, coup in Burkina Faso, coup in Niger. The Francophones are bent on coup d'etat. Because of what? Because of the illicit activities of the West African politicians, African politicians. The current politicians, the olden days local chiefs that sold our brothers into the United States as slaves. The same activities of black man. Are you listening to me? Why is it that black man doesn't like his brother? Black man is the most selfish animal on earth. That's why politicians in Niger are messing the people of that country. That's why politicians in Zoological Republic called Nigeria, they are messing Nigerian people. Somebody like an idiot like Kunle will never say the truth. I'm calling Kunle idiot. He is here. He's telling me that a youth like Kunle will see bad thing. He will be supporting bad thing. Come, let us have a rapport. Come, let us talk about it. Kunle will not see the truth.
You must be an because some point I see that go against the government. You don't complain then. When I what about you must be an anti-fool. You are an
he must come here and defend himself.
Kunle is your body in Nigeria.
I doubt if you want to. No, I'm annoyed with this guy. This guy is saying
what has he done?
He has been supporting illegitimate governments. Kunle is supporting an illegitimate government. Kunle is supporting beating of Ubers in Lagos. Kunle is supporting anti-progressive Nigeria. Anti-progress. Anti-progress.
Is there a for me to support who I want to support? Look at this guy, he's a tyrant.
No.
He's a fucking tyrant and he's complaining. He's blaming some other people. He has to take himself. He's a tyrant.
Anything against bad government, Kunle will attack him. Kunle will go here, he will be abusing and talking nonsense.
Propaganda.
Kunle propaganda.
I go against propaganda. I go against propaganda.
He's a useless propagandist.
No. Can you imagine what is coming
No,
out?
okay, Mike, do you know what?
Let's be guided.
Mike, do you know what?
No, there are rules of engagement.
Yes,
here.
I know.
It's a live
I know,
program.
but he has
you don't
been
need to
talking
use
trash.
that kind
Mike,
of vulgar
you
word.
were not here.
You don't need that to
You
use
were
that
not
kind
here.
of vulgar
Kunle
word.
has been talking nonsense on this platform.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
The government of Tinubu is illegal.
His own opinion.
It's an
Doesn't
illegitimate
mean.
government that everybody knows. And Kunle is supporting and singing his support to Tinubu government. Tinubu government is an illegal government. I'm an Igbo man.
He said you have been
Obi
paid.
is for Yoruba. Obi is for Hausa.
Kunle said you have been paid to do
Obi
this.
is for
Raphael.
Obi is for Urobo. Obi is for everybody.
Can you say-
But this guy, come closer.
Can you say
to do this?
Come closer.
People that have paid you to be doing this, to be malign people, you still get to the roots.
Bro, wait.
Since you don't
Were
have
you
your
paid?
color,
Were you paid
as
to do
old
this?
as old as
you
you
paid?
are,
I was
you
paid
look
by
at this one is a tyrant.
my
And
conscience
he's
paid
paid
me. My conscience paid me to be saying what I am saying. Nobody pays me. It is my conscience. It is a wood in my heart that a whole youth that went to school is supporting an illegitimate government.
Raphael, you need
That's your conscience.
wow.
It has been somebody I know that is about sectionalized.
Look at what.
No.
No, Kunle can never
I
say
know,
that.
I know.
That everybody will buy into. Let me tell you. Kunle went and carried Aburo, invited Aburo here. No, he went not here. Kunle invited Aburo here, and Aburo man slapped Kunle. That Kunle is orchestrating fight here. Am I saying the truth? Aburo man, the Park manager, slapped him You say you are too sectional.
Tell Raphael to
ran-
go
you
back
ran
to
to that
southeast. That's what Lance is saying. Jarek.
Jarek,
Tell Raphael to go back to southeast. Raphael, that's what Jarek.
Jarek, listen and listen good. If you're a good Nigerian, you wouldn't have been ranting what you are ranting now. You are just ranting. You are not being sincere. You are not being liberal. You are not being secular. You are being, let me tell you, you are being selfish. You have nothing to do with altruism. What I am giving out from my mind is altruistic. It's good for everybody. I am not a selfish man. Jarek, if you like, send me to southeast. If you send me to southeast, if you send me to southeast, give me my equipment. I will go and join my brother and fight for the right of Igbo man. Because Nigeria has been pressing Igbo man down over the years. Taiwo Odulade, Taiwo did not see anything wrong about it. Igbo man has been down to the extent that we are fighting for Biafra. Now, we have one presidency to rule Nigeria. They said no. Leave Igbo. You say no. Fuck you. I don't care. Fuck anybody. It's a lot that is fighting me. Fuck shit, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I have to accept that. You know, that's what we have been. That is what we have been enduring. That's the attitude.
I'm going to see you after the program.
That's the attitude we've been enduring. It's not today. It's not today. It's not today. I have friends. I have good friends from the east. I have them. Well, okay, people. It's not like tyrants like these people. Yeah. I know what I'm saying. I know what I've been talking of. Mine, if it is my brother that gets things done wrongly, I will castigate him. As I'm talking to you, my family said, I go against them. Not to talk of I've been tribal. But these ones, they are tyrants. They don't want to hear any other opinion. Look at the lie. They are coming on this platform to lie against me now. Say somebody comes up, this, they want up. And this Babatu was even around. He could not, he was saying yes. Why are everybody are like that?
I don't understand.
How every one of them are like that? Propaganda.
What has been happening between you and Raphael?
I don't know. I don't know what is going on.
We have not been around for many years.
Yeah, I feel his pain. I feel his pain, frustration. He cannot go back to Anambra now. He's stuck in Lagos. That's his problem. That's his pain. And this same guy, we go out together. We rap together. There's an event. Yes. So it's a poison, man. It's a poison.
So what was the problem?
Well, actually, let's forget it. Let's forget about that. I'm on another chapter.
Okay.
As I am now, I don't even want to be complaining anyhow with them. It's the solution I'm looking at. And how do we apply that solution? Let us teach the government what they fail. A lot of things, their responsibility, they fail to carry it out. And what are the responsibility? Make the citizen, okay, let the citizen breathe, right? And we are going, that's why I say there's a charity, there's a reach out program we are organizing now. After all, the little we have on ground now, we have to prepare, feed like 20, 25 people on the street. I'm talking of the poorer of the poor, the poorest of the poor, right? I think that would be even better. What the government cannot do, we, out of our own pain, we raise the fund, and in which we want to partner with you likewise. Okay. You know, there are areas that people have eyes. They can't see. They cannot even move. They are stagnant. Suffering when you saw the original sufferhead.
They have legs, but
they can't see. They cannot walk. This one is here now. He has taken 3 square meals. He doesn't still appreciate. He's lamenting. On what? Teach them what they don't know, what they ought to do for you. Teach them. If you have an agbaya as a leader that does not want the omode to breathe, you teach them. Say, okay, Oga, this is the government. The government, successive government, has been very, very, horrible.
Just need to take it easy. I understand.
I have to. But their propaganda, has been too much. Sorry, too much. You come here, you. Look at, they've been attacking Okonjo-Iweala. Nobody is going anywhere. Southeast is not going anywhere. We all destroyed this country. Southwest, Southeast, North, North Central, everybody. Your brother destroyed this country. My brother destroyed this country. So why are you running to? He's saying they want to go. Start going now. You'll be something that is not practical.
Can we move to what we have on ground? I'm sorry.
Yeah. He just behaved like a kid, a childish, person, a childish way. And I'm so surprised. Propaganda, lying on top of you.
don't adopt military means to force illegal government out of power. That's what Nigerians are telling the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, the African Union, United Nations leaders and Ecowas leaders will be meeting the president today to end or to resolve the crisis in Niger. As a Nigerian, what advice would you give to the president? And do you see a tangible thing coming out of the meeting that will be holding today?
Yeah, number one, I will first of all have to ask you that what was the outcome of Emir Sanusi's visit to the junta there? What was the outcome? We need to know the outcome because these are the integral people that really belongs to that entity called Niger, right? And I will ask again, where is our former president? Where is Mr. Buhari? He ought to be on ground now instead of calling on Abdul Salam and Sultan of Sokoto. I think Buhari is supposed to be among those entourage that went to talk to the juntas, that went to have a talk to. And mind you, I was told it's not this entourage that the president sent there. That was Abdul Salam, because we never even heard the feedback. You know, it wasn't on the press, you know, news, man, that, okay, this was the feedback Abubakar brought back. So those guys, they have zeroed their mind that this is where they are going to. So no matter how there's no way you can talk to them that they will listen. It's still same their brother across the, you know, their brother across the Niger. What I mean by their brother in Jigawa, their brother in Sokoto, their brother in, you know, mention all those northern states. At least 7 of those states have boundary that leads to Niger. And I told you one time, I told someone on this platform that I went on underground investigation with all this malam I see around with kiosks. Okay, there was one I used to see around before. Then he later traveled. He now put another person there. So I was now asking, how about your brother? He said he has traveled. Where did he travel to? He said he went to Niger. Okay, how come that you are here? He said, okay, I have to come because me, I'm from Sokoto. And I said, okay, Sokoto. He said, Sokoto to Niger is just 500 naira. That will take you.
Sokoto to
Niger, yes, very close. Very close. You can eat your breakfast, in Sokoto, and eat your lunch in Niger. So it's so complicated that Mr. President, Mr. Tinubu should not just, you know, hasten into, you know, bombarding those people, because your enemy is going to be within the territory of Nigeria. That, oh, you want to attack our brother, we will not, you know, give a chance for that, and they'll be smiling with you. So he has to think deep. Likewise, yeah, and you know, just activate all means it can do, peaceful means.
Even the northern governors.
Yes. We know those guys are fools. Those juntas, they are fools. Let's take it on.
They can do and undo.
They can do and undo. And why am I saying this?
With the help of Mali,
why am I saying this? Since you have 3 tiers of government in operation, right? They can invoke the power of necessity for him to be impeached. Then either the Speaker of the House of the Representative or the Senate President there will take over. And mind you, in that corridor of the Ecowas, there's been the 43 coup plots were successful. Why the, you know, hot 44, the 44, that like is 43 successful, 44 failed. 43 successful, 44 failed. So it has been the norm that any bad rulership, bad leadership, they come with military solution. And it's not helping, because I could tell you the issue of Côte d'Ivoire there, and it could have degenerated into the military taking over. But being that they are under the custody of France, so France came in and applied diplomacy with them, with Gbagbo and Katara. And the issue then was Katara wasn't a pure Ivorian, that it was his mother that came from Ivory Coast, that is a Guinean, you know, citizen. So it caused a real, and the supporters of Gbagbo there, majority of them are Yorubas. And we pay for the price a lot. We paid for the price. Some people have to rush back to Nigeria. So you see, that crisis, I think they will still need their colonial master. They settle, I don't know the grievances they have with France, that they just decided France has been, been on the, what's it called? But they themselves, are they useful to themselves? The J has nothing. Apart from the uranium they have, they cannot even put it into, it's just like, it's a similar case we have here. Yeah, it's a similar, let's be candid. It's a similar case. We can make use of it. So why are we like this? So why are we different from the J?
The question is
how are we different from the J? Imagine, it's a shame. And it took boldness of that woman, because they Ekonjo-Iweala, to fly down to Nigeria to come and give the president on seat, because if Nigeria destroyed today, there's nowhere we come home, and we should not pray for war. All those children of yesterday now, they are calling for war. They don't know when war starts. It's not who started the war that ends it, that finish it. We don't want war. We have kids, we have children now. It's for us to correct the wrong for the betterment of our unborn generation. If our father generation could not fix it, let us see what we can give, what we can put into the system, the correction we can do for the leaders. They don't know that people are suffering now, and we just look at that initiative. And kudos to one of the diaspora. God will bless that person. She's a lady. We brought the idea up offline, and if this country, the leaders cannot feed the masses, why we start what they ought to do, and we're showing them that example. That's the most shameful, most disgraceful point you can give to any elder.
Now, let's move to the statements uttered by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, yesterday, the House of Assembly.
Yeah.
Talking about token given to lawmakers for vacation.
Yeah,
this has really triggered reactions all over. Netizens are complaining, Nigerians are complaining that why this kind of statements, in this trying period.
I believe Akpabio, the Senate President Akpabio, and the other of his kind that are in that hollow chamber, they are throwing stone from the glass house. And you don't know that stone, you don't know who is going to hit. It may be your brother, it may be, they have families too now. Maybe they go home, they are on recess now. What we expect of them is everybody must come back to their constituencies. Then we ourselves, we will not stay put. I'm from Oshu, but I spent nearly all my life in Lagos, except I always travel once in a while. Now it's time for me to travel down to Oshu. You, my representative, what did we send you to go and do, and what are you doing there? Are you going contrary to? It's not by mama. We too have to be active to engage them, because the country belongs to all of us, not them alone. We can't just hand over the governance to them and go back to sleep, go back to bed. It's not the right thing. But we just sleep. We sleep in slumber. We wake up in slumber. We complain in slumber. We cannot change anything like that. Every day complain. It's like, why my papa no send me to school? If papa no send you to school, will you not make attempt to start educating yourself? That's the problem. The youth are so relaxed. We are so relaxed that we don't want to even engage. We just put all the responsibility on these people. And when these people see you, that the people that are even our masters, because we are their master, we send them to all those seats, right? For them to occupy that seat, it was our vote. So when you are not reminding them that, it's my power that I handed over to you, I can still retrieve it. And the constitution has to be worked on. The constitution has to be worked on. Because that constitution is strict to anybody, everybody. It's not a double law we're practicing in this country. The law for the rich and the other law for the poor. Let the constitution, a rigid constitution, so that we can work on it. Anywhere there is abnormality, the constitution will take care of it. And it will be no favorism. Nothing like, I know me, I know you're party government any longer. We don't need party government any longer.
After the embarrassment, El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State, faced, he met with the president in Abuja to discuss the way forward. Not only the former governor of Rivers State, person of Wike Nyesum, also met with the president yesterday. Though the outcome of the meeting was not disclosed, and we don't know for now. But what can you say about it, and what do you see coming out of the meeting? Do you see El-Rufai getting that portfolio, getting that?
El-Rufai is going to get that portfolio, and but reason I'm saying this, we may not know. El-Rufai is the face of the Northern in Tinubu government. Is the face of the Northern. I'm talking of the Cornuts. Is the face of the Northern. So they are just playing this game because of some statements that he ought not to have made, and a statement that can even
incite violence
in the country. About Islamic superiority over Christianity, So he ought to not have said that.
We shouldn't be coming out of the mouth of a public office holder.
And kudos to that senator from Abia. Is it from Abia or what? That raised that, motions. So they have to step it down, and I'm sure at long run, them, they will, maybe during this research they had now, they will sort things out among themselves. They know themselves, They will just brag, they will get hot, but when they get cool, you won't know. That's because they are all fighting for the same cause. And what's that same cause? For them to come out as a successful senators, either by cash out or anything. Our people now, average Nigerian is fond of saying, where is the cash?
All right,
the cash, money rules. So please, we want to engage you as a media partner. Okay. Tomorrow, we are planning to, the little we can do, we start tomorrow. There's nothing on ground, though, but we are appealing to the good masses likewise. Anything, you're not doing it for us, you are doing it for God, for humanity. That's why I just think of, we come in here, now, talking. We are alive. We never even give thanks to God that we can move. Our eye can see. Some, they cannot see. When you witness what I witnessed when I went to those places, you will start sharing tears. Say that you have to be faithful to God for the situation you are. So we want maybe tomorrow we can do the coverage for us, but we still need some dollars. It's not by force or anything, but if you know it's coming from your heart, you are not doing it for me. You are doing it for humanity, and you evoke the blessing of God by doing that. That is what I was told, and I want to embark on it like this.
Thank you so much. The viewers are watching. Some of them are watching right now. Michael, good morning to you. Always good to have you on Bystanders at News Stands. How are you doing?
Good morning, Michael.
Wow, cool.
Thanks.
All right. Moving on to today's business, what do we have on the front page of this paper as Ecowas leaders meet today over Niger, Southern Middle Belt leaders, Catholic bishops, Islamic clerics. NGE won against military action. This is what we've been saying since last week, that the president shouldn't apply military action, shouldn't mobilize the military to fight or to settle the that you settle. You shouldn't go into war with Niger, knowing fully well that this country is bordering the great country, Nigeria, the likes of Sokoto, if I'm not mistaken, Jigawa also, are neighboring countries, states to Niger. Michael, the leaders are coming today to meet the president. They should be in Nassau right now. What advice will you give to them, and what do you expect to come out of that meeting you'll be holding today?
Thank you, Michael. Again, I expect reasoning to prevail on all ECOWAS leaders as they take a major decision today concerning Niger. It is important that we remind ourselves that war, most of the time, has never solved anything. Most of the time, after war, people will still need to sit to talk. So why not talk instead of going to war first? I expect that a lot of avenue can still be explored in talking to the junta in Niger. I expect reasoning to prevail eventually, so that we don't have any cause to put the military boots on the ground of that country. So as they meet today, I urge them to approach a no military, to take a no military decision and explore every diplomatic avenue in bringing a resolution to that impasse that we're presently having.
Now, there should be a diplomatic way of solving the issue. The likes of Sanusi have been there, the peacemaker himself, Salam Abubakar, the former military president, was also there to mediate with them, to settle the crisis, to resolve what's ongoing there. At the end of the day, it ended deadlock. Now, do you see this happening again? Now that we have diverse leaders, coming together to have this meeting to make sure this crisis is resolved.
For me, I foresee the junta eventually having its way.
Again?
Yes, I think that what is likely to happen is that he will ask for time to organize things properly in that country, which they may likely allow him. He has also made his point known to people that he's not here to stay forever. Neither does he have any special personal interest in what is going on there. He's a Nigerian, as we all know, and he believes that he also loves his country just like every other person do. So what he claimed to be trying to do is to reorganize that country and free the nation from the perpetual penury and poverty that France has put them. According to him, I mean, if you are taking out a major resources like uranium from that nation for years, and Niger remains the 5th poorest nation on the earth, while France is up there, I don't think it is fair if you want to look at it. So those are some of his points that he's also bringing to the table, which are germane if we must be true to ourselves. So I want to believe he's likely to have his way eventually, so that the whole nation sit back to look at what he intends to do for that nation.
Now, when you look at the situation in there, you realize that even the citizens are not complaining. Let's say 80% of the Nigerians are in support of the military takeover there. The remaining 20%, I don't know what they are saying. Do you support the takeover? Do you support the takeover? Looking at what we are facing presently in Nigeria, of course, we faced it before. That's during the military regime. But looking at the situation, do you support the military takeover in that country?
We are deceived. We were deceived for a very long time as Africans that the worst of democracy is still better than any military government. Recently, I am beginning to see that statement is a false. That statement is deceptive, and that statement should be thrown out of the window. Democracy itself, just as I've said a couple of times, democracy itself as a system of government, it's good. The founding fathers of this system of government had good intention. But we have also seen that the practitioners of democracy, especially in Africa, are not doing it properly. And that has brought a major dent on that system. You accuse the military of certain things and you are doing worse. You accuse the military of corruption and you are not better off. You accuse the military of using force and you are doing same. So when the people can no longer see the difference between democracy and the military, they will embrace whoever come on board. And that is the danger of what is going on now. I always say that the only crime talking about our country now, the only crime Abacha committed was that he died. That was his crime. There are worse than Abacha in civilian attire today that are still roaming about, that has looted
The treasury of the
the
country.
treasury of the country, of African countries in particular. But because they are putting on Agbada, we felt that they are doing fine. So if you have accused the military of being bad and you are behaving worse, then I don't understand that.
Now let me read what one of our viewers, has written here. Nigeria will crush Niger anytime, any day. We should use diplomatic channel first.
Absolutely, I think that's the way to go.
Nigeria will crush Niger anytime, anyway.
But he said we should use diplomatic.
Channel.
That's the point.
That's the point.
That's the point. I mean, that's the point I've always made. That's the point I've always made. War will not help anybody at this time. It destroy the economy of both nations and every other nation that is involved and all of that. So we don't need that
Even,
now.
no matter how strong we are, we will still suffer it.
Definitely. I mean,
Just take a look at Russia
and Ukraine is an example that easily comes to mind.
Russia, ordinarily Russia should crush Ukraine, but they've been on it for the past 1 year, and the war is still on. So you never can tell. You're a big brother. You never can tell who is supporting the other person.
Now let's move down to Godswill Akpabio, Senate President. We'll also take on what he said yesterday, talking to the accounts of his members. What was the meaning of that token? And that token is not 20,000 naira, it's not 500,000, it's not 1 million. Token should be from maybe 20 million upward.
What Akpabio said?
We're talking about subsidy. We're talking about taxation. How do you expect people to pay tax? Are you getting me? These are taxpayers' money. Are you getting me? And we have over close to 200 million Nigerians suffering. We are talking about taking into the accounts of, So I don't know what to say at this point in time. Michael, can you just?
What Akpabio said is not new. I mean, that's the mindset of an average politicians, especially in this part of the world. That is the mindset. They care less of the people. They do some of these things with reckless abandonment. They do some of these things with, we are the one in charge here. Just as you said, token will never be the satanic 8,000 they were proposing for Nigerians before they withdrew that madness. So that is just it. Have you ever heard any of our representatives talk about, let us see how we can cut down our expenses? Have you ever heard any of our representatives talking about, let us bring down some of our benefits? They would rather tell you, where else can we borrow? They have borrowed from virtually all the nations of the earth, but they will still ask you, where else can we borrow? They don't care the debt that is piled up to unborn generation. They don't care about the implication of the overwhelming debt that we are having around here. All they care most of the time is
their own pocket.
And it's sad, but that is the reality.
That reminds me of the kind of government, former governor of Anambra, talking about Peter Obi, run in Anambra State, cut down expenses, costs, and every other thing. And I still remember where during the electioneering period, made a statement that he's going to cut down government expenses, unnecessary spendings. And if Obi was privileged to be the president of the country, he would have worked on that.
That's the reasonable.
They would have worked on that.
That's the reasonable thing to do.
Because you can't be enjoying, living a life of luxury at the expense of the masses that are suffering.
You have looked at your economy
that is already bleeding. The most rational thing to do is to see how you can cut down, take down some frivolities, take down some expenses, and have enough money that can go around the country.
Let them subsidize as well. Michael,
why not? That has been my position.
The president doesn't need to remove subsidy from only the four. Let them subsidize. Let the senators, the House of Rep members subsidize as well. Let them feel it.
Subsidy, something has been removed. Something has been taken. Some privileges have been taken out from us as a result of a sacrifice.
And if they're there, and they feel they're working for the masses, and all this are happening, it simply means they are not working for the masses. They are working for themselves.
It's obvious.
Very, very obvious. Thank you so much, Michael.
Many thanks.
I appreciate you for coming on board. Matthew, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
Good morning, Mr. Matthew Oluku.
The renowned journalist.
The renowned reviewer, analyst, political analyst, public affairs analyst.
Good morning, Mr. Mike Adekunle.
All right, Matthew. All right. Looking at the situation in the country, talking about the Niger crisis, the leaders are meeting today to find a lasting solution to the impending crisis in Niger. How do you feel the government would go about this whole situation?
Mr. Mike, I must tell you the truth. That Niger issue is a Herculean task for the world. And I would liken Niger to a situation where you drop honey or sugar. Definitely, ant must gather. Because after all, in Burkina Faso, in Chad, in Mali, military is ruling in those places. And the world is not as interested as they are interested in Niger. Their interest is uranium. Niger is the 5th largest producer of uranium globally. Uranium is what is used in producing atomic bomb, nuclear weapons. So that does explain the interest of the world. As we speak, America already have troops based in Niger even before this military takeover. So both America, France, Germany, Israel, even Russia, they are all interested. Even China, they all have interest in Niger. Uranium can be used to generate electricity. The only difference is, instead of enriching it to 95% when you can coat it with lead and it becomes an atomic bomb, if you remove impurity up to 5%, have 95% impurity, it can be used to generate electricity. So the economic importance, the war importance, make it an attractive zone for the world. Unfortunately, this is a bad news for the military juntas. It doesn't matter their interest, it doesn't matter their position, it doesn't matter their opinion. The world will not allow them to be, except they pledge allegiance to the world, to the powers that be. And the powers that be understand that they are not going to use, or the uranium is not going to get into the wrong hand. I'll give you an instance. Look at Iran, a sovereign state of its own. They are enriching uranium, trying to develop a nuclear weapon. But Israel have been vehement in their opposition against it because they feel their sovereignty being threatened. And that's the people who say, after all, Niger is a sovereign state. Nobody will allow Niger to be when you have uranium deposit in Iran, in Niger. Because the way it is either the coup plotters or the military juntas allow democracy to reign, or they form alliance, they pledge allegiance to maybe America, France, Germany. No, Russia is an opposition to America. And there's understanding, there's some news, rumor in some quarters that Wagner, Wagner, they are private military in Russia that is fighting alongside military Russia against Ukraine. There are some speculation that they're already having their way in that Niger. So it's unfortunate. Niger is likely going to be a battlefield.
Battlefield. Yes. So, what diplomatic way do you think the president should use?
That is where wisdom is profitable to direct.
Because the way it is
I'm
now,
speaking this on the part of the military juntas themselves. They value their citizens. Because it doesn't matter how long they dilly-dally. It doesn't matter how long they try to be intelligent. It doesn't matter how long they try to be resolute in their position. The world will definitely come against them. America, France, Germany will synergize and come against them. Even if Ecowas is not ready to do it. But I foresee a situation where after today's meeting, UN, European Union will tell Ecowas, we'll back it with resources, we'll back with arms, go against them. And I tell you, under that scenario, the military juntas will not last under 1 week.
Yeah, let's move down to the impeachment saga in Edo State. Are you aware of it? Can you just shed light on it?
I think what is happening in Edo State is purely based on interests. And if you trace the history of relationships between governors and their deputies in Nigeria since the inception of this national democracy, you understand that it has always ended in a frosty relationship. And one had never expected Oshiomhole and Shaibu to be in good terms. Because you understand, they came in by marriage of convenience. Because as at the time, two of them were coming in, Oshiomhole, who was the political godfather, did that marriage. But in fairness to Obaseki, just like every other state, Edo State have 3 senatorial districts. You have the Edo South, Edo North, Edo Central. Edo North has gone there under Oshiomhole. Edo South has gone there under Lucky Benedion, under Obaseki. Edo North is still there. Sorry, Edo South is still there. So it means Edo South is already having 16 years. Edo North has gotten 8 years. Edo Central has not gotten anything apart from Osubo, who was the elected governor and was later impeached and served for only 6 months or so. So I think the position of the governor, Obaseki, is that let us allow Edo Central to have it. But Edo Central is having the least local government, 5 local governments. Edo South is having about 8. Edo North is having 7. So invariably, I think the position of the governor is fair enough, because you are talking about cohesion within the states, talking about equity and justice. I think it's fair enough. But again, I think there would have been a better way of doing this. Because politics, they say, is the madness of many for the benefit of few. And who gets what is at the center of the crisis. I understand that the deputy governor, as a citizen of Nigeria and as someone from Edo, he have right to contest election. So when there's clash of interest like this, what you do is you go to round table. Who say if they go to round table that the deputy governor cannot be promised another thing, another position, and allow Edo Central to have it, and wait for the time when it will be convenient for the state to zone it to its region. So for me, I think interest is at the center of it. And I think even as the deputy governor have right to contest, though he have said he's making consultation, and even the speaker of the Edo House of Assembly have said there's no plan to impeach the governor, but you don't rule out such speculation. You don't rule out because, and again, if for any reason the governor have interest to impeach the deputy governor, he will have his way. Check all the states since 1999 where governor decide to influence the impeachment of the deputy governor. He always have his way. Though we agree that the legislative arm of government is a different arm of government, an independent arm of government, but unfortunately in Nigeria, they are the win and caprices of the governor. So if the governor want the deputy out, he will always have his way. Right. We have seen it play out in so many cases. I understand there's no time.
All right, thank you. There's no time. Thank you so much. Alaji, okay. Okay. All right.
I just want to honor the.
All right. You're welcome, Alaji.
Thank you.
Now, let's quickly move to Gospel Akpabio. I know you must have seen the video. What happened yesterday? The house. Yeah, he said a token has been sent to the account of his members, for vacation. citing that it was the national TV, it was at that point in time. He refrained the statement, withdrew from it, and said prayers has been sent to their, email to the boxes. So how do you want to react to that?
Yeah, what do I want to react? Because it's somebody that is something that people like us have been saying it for long, and you say we are madmen. People like us have been telling you for long that these people have nothing to offer this country. They are armed robbers. You say we are madmen.
Nigerians are not really happy with that situation.
But Nigerians will never be happy. Nigeria will never, ever be happy with this crop of people. I don't have enough time. And if I do, I should be able to send to 1 or 2 or 3 or more people. The list of people that Nuhu Ribadu has sent to the Senate invited them to come to the Senate at that time. That the most stealing governors in Nigeria at that time, they are the people ruling this country now, including him himself, Akpabio. Including him himself, Akpabio now. It was the same rule Ribadu that bring the list. Tinubu was number 2 in the list. Ojiuzo Kanu was number 1. Tinubu was 2nd. Akpabio was 3rd. Abdullahi Adamu was part of them. These are the list of the governors that say the most stealing governors in Nigeria. The list is there. That they should come to the Senate. Okay. Now the same Senate president is having a case in the court for money laundering of about billions in naira. A criminal deciding the affair, maybe ruling the affairs of the whole nation. In this point in time, I look at this government. I said they are not ready to offer anything to Nigerians because they can see that there is a lot of money in this country. All they just need to do is just go in there and siphon the money and put it in their pocket, and that's all. And they come out to come and lie to you. If not, I have expected this so-called government, when they came into power, ladies and gentlemen, Nigerians, we want you to give us the next 2-3 months. We want to sit down to look at the affairs of this country, to look at what is the problem we are having in this country. Then you gather ideas from here, from the grassroots, from the layman on the street. Then you start monitoring it. Before you know it, immediately they came into power, the first thing they started doing is they started another propaganda and campaigning. JJ Okocha is going to be Minister of Sports. To convince Nigeria to give them a prayers of mine, JJ Okocha is going to be Minister of Sports. So person, all the key guys that you know they love in Nigeria, they started saying these are the people they want to give key points. So everybody was just saying, yes, Nigeria are ready to work. Nigeria is ready to work. Immediately they saw him, Mr. President, he said oil subsidy. Without making any provision for Nigerians. Are you getting me? Without making provision for Nigeria, immediately he said oil subsidy. He did not even look back. You don't check. You know, send person. You don't check finish. You don't send. He's not crying. He's not regretting. If Niger will start bombing Nigeria now, this man not care.
I think the president should be careful on that aspect. You should know the kind of statements he will make.
Me?
The president.
Oh, me, I know. I control my words. I know what I'm saying because with my facts, I stand on it.
No, I'm talking about the aspect of...
the Mr. President will not control himself because it is something else that is controlling Mr. President.
So what's controlling Mr. President?
Yes. He is not natural. If you want to say I'm abusing Mr. President, I want me and Mr. President to go into that lab, check my blood, check his blood. Which one will you see drugs in it?
President that stays awake for you and I for the betterment of the country.
What is the betterment of the country when a president just come in and say oil subsidy without any provision? Aside from making provision, he said we are going into war.
The president that assumed office.
The president that assumed office, Senate president is telling them that we have sent money into your account to enjoy yourselves.
I have some comments here, not from our viewers there. Someone said Jagudi Jara Senator. Someone said
all of them, now only one person I respect for that house, for that Senate. Forget about the fact that they come from my place. I'm not saying it because he come from my place. You know, say I don't go favor somebody. I know they do that one. That is Senator Buhari. That's Senator Buhari you are seeing. People like us. I'm not into politics. It's something you know. He touched life.
I never stop touching life. When they're making chairman of so I don't know the committee they made in the first thing he said, bring Quran. I want to swear that you are making me the chairman of this committee. That I'm going to do it with free and fair. About 3 or 4 days ago, he carried Quran like this to swear. He's somebody I know in total. We have never sat down with him for 3, 4, 5 minutes to talk. But I've seen the way he has touching the life. Go and see ICT, in our that's our little village. Go and see development in most of these small rural areas that Senator Buhari has done.
Of course, I know you're not interested in politics, but if you were interested, when Erufai called you,
if I tell a lot of people what I've been doing on this, these same people have called me several times.
On same Flip TV, the video went viral.
A lot of them called me about government. I'm not ready.
You put a call through that they should work for National Development.
I said no.
2023. That was 2019, right?
Yes, and I said no.
18 or 19.
And I said no.
The video went viral on Flip TV.
When I came to Lagos, we were together with Asiwaju Tinubu. I came to Lagos, we were together with Asiwaju Tinubu. The day he imposed somebody on my on people's choice in Ifakoijaya here, they are supposed to go for councillor. We work for that guy tirelessly. The guy eat food in the morning in my house, eat in the afternoon in my house, in the evening I give him the little I can give him as a councillor. We are going around to see what we can do within our ward. Overnight, they just say they are not going to make him councillor. That has been accepted by everybody. They just say they fix him from there. That very day, I say bye because I'm not into politics already. Initially, I'm not. When we the whole meeting for the Ifakoijaya side, I swear, this is own daughter, this so-called daughter. She they come there like this, they take slippers like this. They take teeth. Manager like this when she come for meeting. It was a sudden emergence of the money Tinubu made. It was sudden imagine with the state money. And already at that time, it's not me. This idiot, no Ribadu. He bring the list of all the stealing governors to the Senate, including Tinubu, Oju Zakalu, Akpabio.
Many think you so much hate Tinubu. You don't
I know hate Tinubu na in character, no like his character, not him in passing. He's so deceitful. Did you know that when Tinubu was seeking for presidency, every Friday you see him in different mosques? If he cannot stand to pray, he will sit down to pray to show all the Muslims he's a Muslim. But do you see him in the mosque now after the election? Did you show me the video where you see Tinubu after the election? You see I say go mosque. He's so deceitful. Everything in that man is lies except his bolokos. That belongs to him to know that he's a man. But any other thing is a lie.
So would you say President Muhammadu Buhari, the former president, is better?
Oh, Twale. I respect him and I know my reason for respecting him. I know this man since 1975. When he was GOC in Jos, the day they were overthrowing government in Nigeria, it was only one person between me and him in the central mosque where we pray.
If you say you respect him, many Nigerians don't really.
I don't care. It is my own opinion. It's what I want. It's not by force.
You know what Nigerians faced during Buhari's administration.
They might have faced.
And the frustration has led Nigerians to
condemn
Bola Ahmed Tinubu this time around. Within just 3 months or so in office.
Say anything you want to say about Buhari. You will not tell me that he has stolen your money.
How sure are you?
Give me a proof. One, if he's going to the prison for stealing, I will go for it. I'm telling you on the national TV.
On behalf of Buhari?
Yes, if Buhari is going to prison because he has stolen, I will go to that prison. I'll go and serve. You will not see.
But many stole under Buhari's administration.
Many stolen under Buhari's administration.
And would you say the president was not aware of that?
How does he go about when we have 3 arms of government? When you take case,
do you know say some of the money stolen were not done without the consent of the president?
I want you to bring one. If he's going to the prison, I will go prison for Buhari.
Sorry, with the consent of the president.
Sorry. I said bring it and I will go to prison for him. is a victim of circumstance. That man is a victim of circumstance. He's dealing with mafias, which he don't know.
Is it because he had no experience or what?
He might not.
About the democratic setting?
Yeah, good. I don't want to argue that. Anything
okay.
about democracy, he doesn't know it. I want to agree with you.
Definitely he wasn't prepared.
If he's not prepared, what about those technocrats that has putting around him that he want them to be very, very okay with him, so that the government will be okay? And he brought them into government and they started stealing.
And now that
he doesn't make
president that is prepared, well prepared for the task.
Prepare Niger. That's part of the preparation, Abi. He's prepared. This your president is prepared, and he has act taxation into all companies. So companies will be folding up now, and he's prepared. Is that? He's prepared. When he was going, one of the things I was complaining to people is that the day Tinubu become president in Nigeria, taxation will rise. Are you getting me?
You also said it.
I said the moment he just came in, I said if you come in taxation, they are going to tax you. Because the moment they start the issue of Emi Lokan, I went to Agege, I want to do something in the local government. I drive in like this. I have to pay for my ticket before I can park.
I think because of our time, we need to go. I would like to have a special interview with you. It's just a special interview. Just
now or after?
Later.
Today? No. I'm just saying this because, my brother, I am boiling. Nigerians, I am boiling. Make una know here, say them go put cocaine for my motor. I know they take drug. I know they smoke. I know they drink. No take say they can't go inside my motor because they are looking for all means. With all the threats they are threatening me online. That one no fear me. I'm 64 to go to grave now. No, I no shame. I can walk anywhere. So don't need for you. Make when I go come go one side, go throw something inside my motor, then cause say you're under arrest. You can't do that for me. So what I do is that I'm doing it on my head. If Tinubu is not a thief, let him come out and say he is not a thief. I say Tinubu is a thief. Nuhu Ribadu is my witness. When we go to the court, my first witness is going to be Nuhu Ribadu. Because I brought the list of Tinubu among the 5 most stealing governors in Nigeria, including Abdullahi Adamu, Nasarawa State. Yes, he bring their list.
Well, Nuhu Ribadu knows all this and is still following Tinubu.
I'm sorry, you don't be Yoruba platform.
No, you are free. You are free to express yourself.
They are bastards.
Any language you want. You are free to
Are you getting me?
So we need Igbo from you as well.
That one I did not look for them and then teach me, then they run away. Me and not be Yoruba. Me not be Yoruba where they discriminate. I know they discriminate. Come closer to me and teach me so that I know it. I really want to learn Igbo language ahead of France. I would really want to learn something about my country against any other country's dialects. So my brother, we must be honest to ourselves. We are already sitting on a time bomb.
Now, there's a statement here, and I want you to do justice to it. Peter Obi will perform a lot better. You understand? I've not finished reading.
I don't want to hear say any politician in Nigeria can do anything better for us in Nigeria. Let them overthrow Nigerian government. Make soldier kill who want kill. Make it live who want live. Everybody will sit tight.
Yes. What happened in J? You wanted to
make it happen, no. You know, go kill me. I not chop.
I like it.
Make it happen, no. What? Okay.
Well,
what?
We've once experienced it.
What? The experience? When the coup come up, those people where then they put, where then they say they shoot this one, they shoot one. And you see any layman where they catch that time? Tell me any layman where they catch that time.
So the masses aren't going to suffer.
They don't even know is that they are going to have more peace. Now, let me tell you one example that you know that politicians can never do anything for us from the grassroots in Nigeria. Tell me one Mr. President who will sit down and say, bang, 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 bang. This local government, I'm going to share it into 3. And you think there's going to be peace. Tell want me not. I want to see the I want to see the I want in civilian rule in Nigeria. The president in any sitting president in Nigeria as a civilian, who will come out and tell Nigerians, bang, 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 bang. This is your local government, because of what is there, I'm going to share it into 3 so that you are going to have your revenue. We see what happened in Lagos State. Tinubu spread Lagos State local government. He packed all the money into his pockets.
Even the local government autonomy President Muhammadu Buhari, as the former president, wanted to initiate was a very big problem for him.
And it became a problem for him because they did not even allow it to flow. That the local government should have their own autonomy, to be able to control their resources, to be able to control their people. The pressure was not on Buhari.
Many governors went against it.
Many governors went against it. I thank God you are saying it. Are you getting me? He's in Nigeria now. After he retired, now they say no go anywhere. They visit everybody.
Okay.
He's in Nigeria, going everywhere.
But why is he not, meddling into the crisis?
He said he's not going to do politics. You don't know what I told them on the Facebook.
He's not said anything.
I told them, I said, the moment Buhari retired, that they finished his tenure in office, anything politics in my platform is closed. I will not discuss politics in Nigeria again. Because I warned. The day I see that video, when they say they won't give something for COVID, now COVID, they call them more. They're going to say, take sanitation, sanitizer, wash your hand. Tinubu for president. Palliative. 2,000 naira. I have the video. Yeah, 2020. Since that time, I say Nigeria is in trouble.
I like it because of our time. I just need to...
I am boiling. The only thing you can do in Nigeria is to kill me.
All right, I like it. Thank you so much. It's really a very good contribution from our viewers today. And I do appreciate you viewers for keeping in touch with us on today's edition of this program. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Behind the camera, I have the guy with a magic finger talking about David Daniels. Special appreciation to the CEO of Flip TV, Abiodun Kupolu, who is presently in the United States of America. Viewers, please keep supporting this program. We really appreciate you. We love you all. Our social media handles are right on the screen. You can also join me on my platforms at Michael Temitayo Adekunle. Michael Temitayo Adekunle. Thank you so much for joining us. Join me tomorrow. Bye for now.